Hey class, it's Mr. Vandenberg. I am here with Alfredo. Alfredo lived in Bolivia for 28 years and he's going to talk to you guys about what life in Bolivia was like. So Alfredo, what was it like growing up in Bolivia?
Like?
Yeah, what was it like when you grew up there?
Except I don't know, you need a specific about something.
Okay, so what did you do when you were younger?
Normally same right here, studying, going to work. I was working too, I was studying sometimes.
Okay, so when you were studying like at the school, like what was the school like?
The school is that two different times. It's different hours in the day. One we have in the morning, the other one we have in the afternoon.
Okay, so like in the morning, how long would they go to school for?
It's 4 hours.
4 hours, so like
nothing more.
So like 8 to 12?
Yeah.
Okay, and then so like the other class comes from like 12 to 4, or what time do they go?
No, in the morning is 8 to 12, and the afternoon is 1 to 6.
Okay, all right. And so are the studies there like what they are here? Like you learn language and writing and history and math? Is it all the same?
Yeah, it's everything the same. Only the class is short.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then once you get out of high school, like are there colleges or universities that you can attend?
Yeah, a lot of people goes there. Universities, a lot of people don't go. It's same. I think it's same right here too.
Okay. Are there a lot of like big colleges? Are they smaller? Or universities? Are they big?
There we have a difference. We have small ones, medium ones. We have big ones too. The
Okay.
big ones normally we find it in the big cities.
Oh, in the big cities, so what cities were they found in?
Santa Cruz, Cochabamba, La Paz.
Okay.
The big cities, you know.
So you say like La Paz and Santa Cruz and Cochabamba are big cities. Like what are those big cities like?
It's a lot of difference. La Paz is, they don't have a lot of space because La Paz is between the big mountains.
Okay.
It's in the little between, you know.
So it sits between two mountains.
Yeah, it's a lot of mountains because you don't have a space in the United States flat.
Right.
Cochabamba is a little more open.
Okay.
And Santa Cruz it's flat, same United States flat.
So the terrain and the geography there is different, and I think you told me before, but like Bolivia sits on like the side of a mountain or a hill, so if some of it's really high in elevation, some of it's really low. How does that work?
Yeah, Bolivia is, you have three different levels. Which one's the mountains, the big mountains. Medium is by Cochabamba, it's valley.
Valley.
Yeah, Santa Cruz it's flat, almost same right here.
And that moves like west to east.
Yes.
So like the Andes Mountains are in the west, and then it moves east. Okay.
Yes.
So like in the cities, then does the geography or the mountains and stuff affect like how people live?
Yeah, it's a lot of difference between La Paz, Santa Cruz. A lot of difference between because Santa Cruz is flat, is growing too fast.
Okay.
La Paz is not growing too fast because it's too small for growing.
So Santa Cruz, because it's open, there's room to build on it and they can expand. But like La Paz is in between two mountains, so they can't really get any bigger.
Right.
Okay.
The other thing is affects Santa Cruz is close to Brazil. Brazil is big city in South America, between Argentina too.
Okay.
That's big for
and Santa Cruz. So Santa Cruz is by Argentina and Brazil.
Yes, they have a lot for growing more.
Okay. So then like when you go to like towns like Santa Cruz or La Paz or Cochabamba, do you see like stores like we see here, like Walmarts and Hy-Vees and Targets and big malls? Do you see stuff like that in the big cities?
Santa Cruz has more with other cities because I told you already, it's growing too fast.
Right.
They have more access to the big companies from Brazil or Argentina.
Okay, so do you see like stores like Walmart in Bolivia?
We don't have Walmart or those ones. We have different markets over there because a lot of people selling in the streets. We have a lot of malls.
Okay, so a lot of like the street vendors and like people that have like stations set up that you can sell.
Yeah, we have blocks. They selling a specific vegetables or meat or a lot of different fruits or everything you will find in the streets.
Okay, what are the like come around, you don't have like Walmart, but like McDonald's or Burger King? Are those big things that are in Bolivia?
Fast food. Are you talking about maybe?
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of fast food over there. We have different, every food's common with rice, potatoes, small salad. We don't have same United States fast food.
Okay.
We don't have Taco Bell, McDonald's, or Burger King. We don't have those ones.
Okay. Jobs, like when people are old enough to have their jobs and stuff. What are some of the jobs that people have in Bolivia?
A lot of people study for lawyers over there. Lawyers or a lot of different engineers or electricians. Or
It's a lot of the same jobs that we have here.
yes.
Okay. And then we're looking at a map of Bolivia, and it shows that there's actually, the map shows that there's two capitals, but you were telling me that there wasn't. One was La Paz, and the other one was, what was the other one?
Sucre.
Okay, and so what's the difference in those two?
The actual capital from Bolivia is Sucre.
Okay.
A lot of people say La Paz is right now because in La Paz is situated the government house,
The White House.
Yeah.
Is in La Paz.
Yeah, it's in La Paz. A lot of people say it's not. Down is the new capital right now.
Okay, but it's not really. Just the government house is there.
Yeah, you don't have any papers ready in Bolivia. A lot of problems are right now in Bolivia about that.
Okay. So like clothing, when you buy clothing in the United States, you usually just go to a store and buy it. How does that work in Bolivia? Do people a lot of times make their own clothing, or do they buy it? How does that work?
They buy a lot of clothes because they have small companies making clothes over there.
Okay.
They buy those ones, or a lot of exports from different other countries too. Because we don't have a lot of factories, big factories, making clothes.
Okay.
Here.
When you look at the United States, you see things like American football or baseball or basketball, and soccer starting to become bigger. What are some of those sports or things like that they like to do in Bolivia?
Our favorite sport is the soccer.
Soccer.
You go outside, you see everywhere soccer. You're playing in the morning and the afternoon, and the night a lot of people playing in the streets or a lot of plays. That's the best.
So, I mean, do you have things like basketball or American football or baseball, stuff like that?
No, you don't find it American soccer or American football in Bolivia.
You just find soccer pretty much.
Yeah, soccer is the best one over there.
Okay. You look at the houses in the United States. What's the difference between the houses in the United States and the houses in Bolivia?
It's a lot of difference.
What's the big difference?
The big difference, you don't find the house made by wood.
So the houses in Bolivia aren't made of wood?
No, you don't find.
What are they made of?
By concrete.
By concrete.
Concrete or blocks. You don't find the wood.
So why do they make it out of concrete instead of wood? Do you know?
Because it's a little more solid over there.
Okay.
In here you need wood because you'll be taking insulation inside for the water, winter and summer. We don't have that different weather in the winter and summer.
Okay, so the weather in Bolivia is pretty much the same all year?
Almost the same, every time.
So like, we talking like 80 degrees, 70 degrees? What's it normally like there?
And grads is maybe 27.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not hot, not cool.
Okay.
You'll be taking in the night with small jacket.
So if the weather's like that, then, if it's consistent the entire year round, I mean, do you have to have things like heaters in your house or like the windows that keep the cold air out? What's that like?
No, we don't need those ones.
So do the houses have like glass windows in them a lot of times?
Only we have one glass.
One glass?
That's it.
Okay. All right. We studied in class like the different types of ranches and farms. Do you find stuff like that in Bolivia?
Yeah, we have a lot of different farmers. The only is not big farmers, same right here. Because you go right here outside the cities, you will find a lot of big grams. They be digging with tractors, everything.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference in my country is digging by hand.
Okay, so they don't have like the big tractors and machines that do it. They all do it by hand.
Yeah, people's doing that.
What are a lot of the crops that they grow?
What's that?
The crops, like corn, beans.
Yeah, it's same right here. We have a lot of everything over there too. Only everything is very, very natural.
Natural, so they don't have like a lot of chemicals and stuff.
No, we don't have a lot of. We have chemicals for help about insects or growing a little more better,
Okay. What's the biggest difference between the United States and Bolivia, you think?
I think it's the population, a lot of rules, the cleaning in the streets. United States a lot more better.
It's a lot cleaner in the streets and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think my country, they don't teach already how to clean the streets. How to take the garbage in the garbage bag or something. Okay. A lot of people throw away garbage in the streets.
Just throw it on the streets.
Yeah.
Okay. What about like technology? Like you go to almost every house in the United States. You see a TV, a computer. Everybody has a cell phone. What's that like in Bolivia?
We don't make a lot of technology. Only we buy a lot of exports.
So you don't make it. You just buy it.
Yeah, because a lot of other companies bring from Japan or United States or Brazil to Bolivia. A lot of people buy those ones.
Okay. I guarantee that every kid in my 6th grade class has a cell phone. If you think of like 10, 11, 12-year-olds in Bolivia, do they have cell phones?
Today and they have our cell phones.
What about when you were living there?
I was living over there. It was a lot expensive for buying cell phones.
They're really expensive?
Yeah, maybe you need pay for one cell phone 500 or
Okay.
700. A lot of people don't buy those ones. It was expensive for us.
Okay. What about like cars? You think about technology and cars a lot and how our cars are advancing. What are the cars like in Bolivia? Are there a lot of them like in the United States? Are they the same type of cars?
We have a lot of cars from Japan.
Okay.
What we're doing is the driving side is come on the other side.
Okay.
A lot of people change the driving side to
So
the
like
other
in
side.
Japan, they drive on the right-hand side.
Right.
They sit on the right-hand side of the car.
Right.
But in Bolivia, they sit on the left-hand side of the car.
We
So
convert
they
those
switch that
ones
up. Okay.
to the same United States.
Okay.
A lot of cars come from Brazil, from United States too.
Now, when you want to buy a car, do you go to the bank and take out a loan? How does that work?
No, we don't have those ones. When you need to buy something, you need to pay in cash, everything.
You just pay everything in cash.
Everything in cash.
So you don't have like credit cards or stuff like that? You can't get credit for stuff, you just pay for it in cash?
Yeah, we don't have credit cards.
Okay, so like if you want to go out and buy a car, you got to have that money in cash and you just pay for it.
Yes. You don't have money, you don't have a car.
Okay, so when you lived in Bolivia, when you were having your job, what did you do?
What did you do?
What was your job?
My job in Bolivia.
Yes.
My job it was I was working tour guide.
Okay, so like what kind of tours? Like city tours?
I was doing city tours. I was doing export tours. I was doing sports.
Explorer? Like
Sometimes rafting,
Raft.
kayaking,
Okay.
mountain bike, parachutes. I was doing a lot of sports.
So you guys went like whitewater rafting and stuff like that?
Right.
And then, you talked about like the forest or like the jungle. Is that pretty big in Bolivia?
It's a lot of big because Bolivia is almost close to Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
The Amazon is beginning in Bolivia, is going all the way to Brazil.
So the Amazon kind of continues into Bolivia a little bit.
Yeah.
And so you guys are going into there a lot and exploring and taking people on tours?
Yes,
Okay.
because a lot of people is trying to experiment what is the difference, the real jungle.
Oh, okay.
They go over there.
So they want to see a real jungle. They don't just want to go out and see a bunch of,
Yeah.
trees like there are around here.
Yeah.
What are some of the like animals and wildlife that you would find out there?
You will find a lot of different animals over there. You don't find the same right here. For example, behind your house, there is walking.
Right.
You don't have those over there.
So there's no deer just walking in your backyard?
Yeah, because the difference is the city or the jungle over there.
Okay, so they don't really come
a lot
together.
of difference. Yeah.
Okay.
Right here, a lot of deer is almost living with the people.
Yeah, they're always in the city. Okay. One last question then. So when you compare the United States and Brazil or Bolivia again, and you said that the population's a big difference. What would you say like lifestyle is? So like in the United States, it's very fast paced. People are trying to get to work on time. They're trying to they're always trying to find something to be doing. In Bolivia, is it similar to that, or is it more like laid back and relaxed?
I think Bolivia is a little more relaxed.
Okay.
When I was living over there, I don't have calendars. Because right here, when I come here, everything is going by calendars. This day will be do that one, the other day will be go that way, the other day we need to go that one. No, over there is, for example, you're making something party in your house. That day you call your friends, hey, you need to come here, will be have a lot of food or something. They say yes or they say no.
Okay. So you think it's a lot more relaxed and laid back?
A lot more relaxed.
All right. Well, thanks for sitting down and talking to me, Alfredo. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right.